Moscow's Hippodrome has somehow survived the fall of the Russian Empire, communism, and Moscow's recent gambling ban to become one of the odder places to spend a Sunday afternoon in the capital. The history of horse racing started in the area in 1834, when races were held on a nearby field. The grand building before us was built in 1899, and renovations took place in the 1950s. Although on the inside the paint may be peeling today, on weekends the Hippodrome still welcomes a mixed crowd of old men drinking vodka and young girls in sundresses, all there to watch the game. This spaceship-like apartment complex represents the height of Moscow's 1970s building craze for houses na noshkach, or on legs. This particular structure was built in 1979 and features 40 concrete lifts, or legs. Its architect was also responsible for the decidedly more traditional Ritz-Carlton building by the Kremlin. This six-story house, built in 1940, was one of the first buildings in Moscow to be built using exclusively prefabricated concrete panels. Its architect, famous Soviet designer Andrei Borov, intended it to be a utopian communal living space, with services including a kindergarten, dry cleaners, and all kinds of shops located directly inside the building for residents' use. Although Borov's dreams never came to fruition, the building is still well known today for the beautiful ornamental design work encasing the balconies. Those were designed by famous Soviet graphic artist Vladimir Foforsky. In the early 19th century, Yar was Russia's most famous restaurant. Famous guests who dined here in the Grand Ballroom include famous opera tenor Fyodor Shalyapin. The famous Sovietsky hotel that was built here actually didn't arrive until the 1950s, when famous guests included Stalin's son Vasily. It was built in a similar grand imperial style to the restaurant, and has welcomed newer famous guests, including Margaret Thatcher and Arnold Schwarzenegger.